my name is Tori, and this is my dog Haley, and this is our newly converted 2020 Ram ProMaster, Tiny Tina.
Did you know if you list your van with Outdoorsy, you can earn up to $50,000 a year? Check the link in the description to find out how.
This is our third do-it-yourself conversion. My husband Josh and I worked on building this together. After living in vans for 2 years, we were pretty certain that we knew exactly what we wanted to build the perfect van for us. So we decided to downsize by almost 2 feet from a 2003 Dodge Sprinter to this Ram ProMaster. For the last month or so, Haley and I have been traveling solo while my partner Josh is back in Columbus trying to sell our last van build, and he will be meeting back up with us in the next few weeks. And we absolutely love the way that it turned out, and I can't wait to show you guys around. So the first room in my house is my tiny kitchen. When we were first building the van, I was a little bit nervous about the kitchen being a bit too small because I really do love cooking, but it's working out perfectly. We have a 1-burner cooktop. Honestly, I do a lot of 1-pot dinners, things like that. I've gotten pretty creative with my van meals over the last 3 years. Our stove is run on a propane tank that is directly below the cooktop, and a small sink, which I absolutely love. It is deep enough that I can fit a few dishes in, so I don't have to wash everything every time I drive, but it does keep me on top of things and keeps the van nice and tidy. And our sink is run on a water pump. It does only have cold water. We decided not to do a water heater in this van just out of ease of install, and it's a little bit cheaper, but we've been really happy so far. It can be a little cold for face washing and hair washing sometimes, but it's just something I've gotten used to over the years. The sink also functions for a good hair wash if you ever need to. We do also use a spray bottle for dishes just to help conserve because we only have 18 gallons of fresh water. We store our water in 6-gallon jugs. In our last build, we actually had a 20-gallon fixed water tank, but often found ourselves driving around looking for somewhere to fill up, whereas the jugs we can take right into the grocery store and it only costs us a few dollars, which ends up being cheaper than driving around all day in gas money. And for extra counter space, I have my Lagoon table mount and a small table over here that I do most of my cooking prep at, since I'm a little bit limited on counter space. So underneath of our fixed bed, we have a slide out trash area. I have a trash and recycling. Personally speaking, I often have an easier time finding public recycling than I do public trash, so it's made my life a little bit easier. And on the other side, we have our fridge. This is a Dometic CC32. It's actually a cooler instead of a refrigerator and runs about $700 cheaper. So that has been a great money saver for us and has been working great. What I can fit in this fridge usually will last me a week to 2 weeks, depending on if Josh is home or not. We've really loved having the chest style fridge. It is really space efficient in here, saves us a lot of room for other things in our build since this van is a little bit smaller than our last build. My pantry is one of my favorite features of this build because we have so much accessible food storage. We are planning on adding a shelf just to make things a little bit more organized, but we've got paper towels, all of our toiletries, towels, washcloths are up there. And then in the drawers below, I have my emergency outdoor gear. I am traveling alone, so I have my bear spray, so you better watch out. And then below that I have all of my pots and pans arranged very particularly, or they don't all fit in here. Another really great addition to this van is our slide out pantry and spice rack. Again, I love cooking, so we have to have lots of food on hand, so this helps keep everything nice and organized and gives us a really nice spot to put our drinks next to the couch. So this is my living room. Next to my couch here, I have this great place to set drinks and things in case I don't have my table and my workspace set up. This is mounted on a Lagoon table mount, so it's very easy to take up and down and just get stored behind the seat here. I also have a charging port right here. This is kind of a little bit unique, but our van does not have an inverter. All of our power is directly wired to our battery bank. So we have cigarette lighter ports and USB charging ports and our light switches. And then we have a jackery that we use to power anything that cannot be plugged into the USB ports. And so far it's been working really great for us, and it's been a little bit easier on our electrical system. Alright, above the couch here I have my closet. I have 2 little areas as well as some bulkier things above the cab. And then Josh's closet is back above the bed, but I'll show you guys that in a minute. And then below the couch, we have a giant laundry bin. This is something I think most people don't think about when building a van. Clearly, it's almost laundry day for me. And then on the other side, we have our toilet. This is our third van, but our first toilet. And I'm very happy with the experience so far. So we have a separate jug for liquids and then a very small portable toilet. It's not composting, so usually just a plastic bag. And then it actually has a bucket inside with a little lid, so it's contained inside the bucket, inside the toilet, and inside the drawer. And we haven't had any issues with smells, and I can go about 3 to 5 days before I need to empty it. And last but not least, we have our bedroom. We have a 6-inch memory foam mattress. It is a full size, and one of the reasons that we decided to go with the ProMaster this time is for the width of the van. Josh and I are both actually able to lay down this way, which saves us a ton of space in our floor plan, and we've really been enjoying that. We do also really like the privacy that this pantry wall kind of gives us in the bedroom area. It's a really great layout for 2 people. It allows us to have a little bit of separation from each other. Not a ton, but enough. Above the bed here are Josh's closets. I've got a little extra fan back there for some extra ventilation, and a little shelf above my kitchen where I keep my Polaroid camera, my plant, and a couple of crystals that I've collected on the road. So we actually have only done cabinets on one side in the back here, just so that we're not banging our heads on things a lot. We're both pretty tall people, and we both have really long hair. So in our last van, our ponies, buns, things like that got caught on our cabinet handles a lot. So we decided to go cabinets only on one side, and we went with these little leather cabinet loops instead of a fixed handle, and we've been loving that so far. We did also want to leave this wall white because we are planning on getting a projector to use for movie night, and this is going to be the perfect space for that. And then behind me on the back doors, I decided to add a little personal touch. I'm an artist, so I did a little bit of a mural on the back doors, and I've been really loving how that kind of makes the space feel more like us and more like home. For our ceiling, to add a little bit of contrast with all of the white that we have going on here, we did a really nice natural orange stain. I was trying to go for very warm, kind of desert sunset colors in this van, and I think it ties together with our comforter and our cabinet handles super beautifully, and I always feel like I'm enjoying a sunset even if I'm sleeping at a Walmart. Another huge pro of having the fixed bed is our giant garage space. We've got a lot of stuff that we're able to store back here. Backpacking gear, seasonal clothing items. We've got 2 extra 6-gallon water jugs back here, a fire extinguisher, things like that. We even have a couple of board games for when we're out camping with our friends. And back in this left corner, we have our electrical system underneath the bed. We have 340 amp hours of lithium-ion battery, as well as 400 watts of solar up on our roof. We went with a Renogy solar kit for our solar and our battery bank, and we have loved working with them. We've had Renogy on all 3 of our vans so far. And this outdoor area also functions as an outdoor shower for us. So between the 2 doors, I have a shower curtain that matches my murals that I can hang up to complete my shower space, and a little hook where we can hang our shower bag. We prefer to shower outside in the warmer months and inside in the colder months. So this little foldable shower mat just mounts on the door and keeps our feet nice and dry. And then we have a $8 shower bag from Walmart that hangs up on the door here to make for the perfect outdoor shower. Thank you guys so much for touring my tiny home. It was great having you over. If you guys want to continue following along with me and Haley on the road, you can follow me on YouTube at Tori Midkiff. We would love to have you guys along for the ride, and I hope to see you on the road someday.
I hope you enjoyed that video. If you hadn't noticed, we do sell an ebook for how to convert a van. It has over 190 pages of detailed instructions and diagrams, also 25 video tutorials which are specifically for the ebook buyer. Creating a van for many people is obviously a really intimidating project, but I really believe, and I've seen it time and time and time again, that with the right information, anyone can turn out with a pretty decent van conversion. So check the link in the description, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and drop us a comment if you like this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.